Hold it. Woo! Preloaders, V.I.Preloaders. Welcome back to the channel. Always a pleasure to have you guys here with me. And you know this, or at least you should. Happy New Year, guys. Today's January 2nd, 2022. I'm excited about this year. I definitely want to wish you all a happy New Year, a safe New Year. These are my first, I didn't do these push-ups for anybody grabbing the front brake or anything like that. I did them because I need to do them. All right, I got to get my stuff together, man. I've been doing a lot of preloading, and I'm talking about putting food in my mouth too and not taking my butt to the gym. So time to get back on track. All right. Anyway, for those of you that have never been to this channel before, this is not a workout channel, I assure you. My name's Robert. I'm a retired NYPD Highway Patrol motorcycle lieutenant. I did a wonderful 22-year career with the NYPD. 15 of those years were spent with the elite NYPD Highway Patrol motorcycle unit. The name of this channel is called Robert Simmons Paying It Forward. And on this channel, I focus primarily on sharing my knowledge, experience, and training that I received from the NYPD Highway Patrol Motorcycle Unit with you guys, with a special focus on slow speed motorcycle operation. That skill, that's the most important skill when riding a motorcycle, because that's when you're actually the operator of the motorcycle. So I told myself this before, but I keep forgetting. I'm no longer going to refer to you guys as motorcycle riders. I'm going to refer to you as motorcycle operators. When you have a passenger on the back, that's the rider. You're the operator. And that means you have to be in control. And when you're riding these motorcycles at speed, the motorcycle's kind of taking care of everything for the most part. But when you slow down, 0 to 10 miles per hour, and I say 0, I don't actually mean 0, but low ranges of speed, most motorcycle riders they're not comfortable with that speed, because that's when you have to be in 100% control of the motorcycle. In other words, you have to be the boss of the motorcycle. And that's what I want to do. I want to help you be the boss of your motorcycle. And being the boss simply means being in 100% control, not being intimidated by the motorcycle, and being able to do simple things like making right turns, left turns, and the infamous U-turn, or what should be simple things. And that's my point. It should be simple. I want to help you guys with that. Also remember, as the boss, the perception of you, and what I mean by that is if somebody looks at you riding your motorcycle, you'll look like a boss. And if you're walking around, and I'm using that term walking literally. If you're sitting on your motorcycle and you're walking your motorcycle with your feet like this, you're just showing that you're not really confident in your riding ability. And that's fine, but that's why we're here, to practice and get better. And better means safer. Okay, but that all starts with your confidence level. We have to get your confidence level up, and the only way that's going to happen, the only way, is you have to practice. But not just practice. You watch the videos, yes. That's part of the education. You're learning what to do, and then you have to go out and apply what you learn and put it all together. Okay, for some of us, it can happen quick. For some of us, not so much, and that's fine. Remember, when I say be the boss of the motorcycle, there's different levels of bosses, right? There's bosses that can fire you, there's bosses that can't, right? So just because you're not the boss, you're not the CEO It doesn't mean you're not a boss, okay? Being the boss just means, like I said before, you're not intimidated by this thing, okay? And that's what we're gonna work on, all right? All right, so I'm looking forward to another great year, guys. This is practice session number 36, all right, number 36. We have a beautiful day here today. We're expecting some rain, but it's not supposed to come until like 3 o'clock. We should be done by then, but sometimes it's unpredictable. So hopefully we get it in. I'm blessed that we have this kind of weather anyway. So I tell you guys all the time, I'm talking about people that put their motorcycles up for the winter. It's riding season all year long here in Pooler, Georgia. I'm practicing all year long. I'm telling you guys, if you want to come out and practice with me, put that motorcycle in a trailer if you have to and get down here. All right, let's practice. Let's have some fun. Let's hang out. Okay, there's no reason for you to have your motorcycle put away somewhere unnecessarily, right? I'm not saying you're going to come every week, but at least, you know, just come hang out. All right. Now, I will say, if you want to come out here and practice with me, you have to be a V.I. Preloader. All right. V.I. Preloaders can practice for free. You don't have to. Let me rephrase that. You don't have to be a V.I. Preloader to come out here and practice with me, but you do if you don't want to pay for it. Okay. If you're not a V.I. Preloader, it's $100 to come out here and practice with me. Okay. To me, you know, some people do it. It makes more sense to me to just be a V.I. Preloader. It's $5 a month, and that's $60 a year, and you can come all year and practice with me. All right, for free, all year. So if I do this every week, four times a month for a year, do the math, right? It makes more sense that way. At least that's my opinion, but to each his own. All right, if you want more information on what a V.I. Preloader is, what V.I. Preloaders get as far as perks, in addition to coming out here and practicing with me for free, go to the description section, click on the link, and it'll show you a short video explaining all of that stuff to you. I also do private lessons, guys. I do it out here, same parking lot. And let me say this too, guys. Sometimes people ask me to come to them, right? And of course, that's not going to be free. But the issue is always, where am I going to do this, right? Now, if I'm doing a private lesson, I probably don't need this much room. But that's really one of the blessings that I have here in Pooler, Georgia. So I've been doing this over a year now. And in all of that time, I never have a problem coming out here, setting up 1 through 9 and a bonus. You guys see the videos. I have plenty of space out here. The videos don't always show you exactly how much space I have. And it's always available. Now, I know, I remember I said in the video that I could come out here one day and, you know, for some reason I can't use it. And that's, you know, it is what it is. I don't own this, but I also have never, you know, knock on wood, never had an issue at all. So I say that to say, guys, take advantage of what I'm offering you. Take advantage of what I'm blessed with, which is an area to actually practice unimpeded, uninterrupted. You know, it's just, it all works out. But anyway, yes, if you're interested in private lessons, you don't want to come out here and do a practice session and be on YouTube and be with a group of people. You just want some one-on-one, or you and your spouse, or, you know, you and your boys, whatever, you and your girls. Go to my website. All right, I'll put it right here. There's also a link for it in the description section, so you can just click on it. You can check out the website just to see what's on there, but click on where it says private lessons and fill out all that information, read everything, okay? And we'll get you set up, get you out here. Let's get some practice in, just some one-on-one, okay? And let me say this, guys. I want to thank each and every one of you. I want to thank you for being preloaders, being V.I. Preloaders, being dedicated to being proficient in slow speed motorcycle operation, spreading the word, sharing the knowledge, practicing, and just being positive. Guys, I have to tell you, this has been, 2021 was just a phenomenal year. I never would have thought that what I'm doing now would become what it is today. And I told you guys before, you're like a family to me now. I feel the positivity all the time. And whenever I do anything where I have an opportunity to meet you guys, I absolutely love that. So yesterday we did Wood Jr.'s first. This is going to be his annual thing. We did a motorcycle ride. We had phenomenal weather. We had a great turnout. I think we had 35 motorcycles. And we went to a barbecue place, right? Now, Wood and I, we rode that route a couple of times. And every time we rode it, we sat down and we ate. Yesterday, when we got there, everybody else ate. and we did not. Because I felt like if we ate, it's wasting time of being able to actually converse with people. And that's what we did. And let me tell you something. I wasn't starving until we got back to Harley-Davidson, because now, and even then, now we're still talking, and it's just, oh my gosh. I said this before, guys, I'm gonna say it again. You attract what you are, or who you are. So the positive vibes that I get from people, I mean, it's just so many good people out there. And in Preloader Nation, it's just, I never would have imagined it, guys. So I just want to thank you for being a part of this and allowing me to do what I do and appreciating what I do, all right? So I appreciate you guys. I know you appreciate me. So I am going to say this, it's a funny thing. Again, talking to a couple of preloaders yesterday, and some people that aren't preloaders, but they're viewers. And again, oh, I love what you're doing, man. Thank you. And I always say it, did it help you out? Yeah. Are you subscribed? No, or not yet. I'm like, all right, come on now, please. Again, I know you appreciate what I have to offer you. All I ask in return is to show your appreciation the free way. You don't even have to pay for this. Please hit the subscribe button. All right, that's how you take care of me. It helps out the channel. You only have to do it once, and it costs you nothing. If you don't have a YouTube account, I think it's worth it. If you really appreciate this, again, that doesn't take a lot of work. Create an account, hit the subscribe button. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Happy New Year. So I'm going to get set up out here. I had to apologize to my wife. She drives out here, gets up. She did not want to get out of the bed today, but she drove out here. I go to open up the back of the pickup truck, and the thing is locked, and I left my key in the house. So I apologize to her. Honey, I'm sorry. She went back to get the key so I can actually get my cones and set up out here and get started. All right, so I'm going to have 1 through 9 today in the bonus. I'm supposed to have 3 V.I.Preloaders coming. All right, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to you guys. Again, Happy New Year. We're going to have another great year. This one's going to be even better, guys. Got a lot of stuff planned, and a lot of the stuff is coming from the mind of my bride. Okay? All right, guys, let's do it. All right, guys, we're about to get started. I'm looking up at the sky, and it is getting cloudy. But I checked the weather, checked the radar. Looks like it's just going to be cloudy until like 4 o'clock, so we're going to get it in. All right, see who we got here. We got 2 people that traveled here from a distance. 1 more is supposed to be coming. Starting a little early. Whoa. Get the microphone. This guy's been here before a few times. What's your name, sir?
Jerry Smith.
Jerry,
LaCrosse, Florida.
All right, LaCrosse, Florida. How long have you been riding a motorcycle, Jerry?
About 40 years altogether, but only 2 years on the highway. The rest of the time was in the woods, motocross.
Yes, I want you guys to remember how long he said he's been on the road, because Jerry's pretty good. What are you riding today, Jerry?
16 Ultra.
Okay, so we're going to take a look at Jerry's 16 Ultra with the tow hitch. You tow sometimes?
Yes, sir.
Jerry, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate your slow speed skills?
Last time I was here, I think I ended up with a 6, and I'm going to stay there for right now. We'll see if it gets better today.
All right, 6 is outstanding, and when you guys see Jerry, you'll understand why. Good to see you again, brother.
Yep, appreciate it.
All right. What's your name, sir?
Andy.
Andy, where you from?
Asheville, North Carolina.
Now, Andy's been here before, and before, Andy was on a KST, correct?
KTM.
KTM.
890 Adventure.
Okay, how long have you been riding a motorcycle?
Since 2016, 17, something like that.
Okay, and today what are you riding?
My Honda 2007 ST 1300.
It seems like it's the trend now. You can't just have one motorcycle.
Well, if you have one and it's in the shop, then you have nothing to ride.
That's right. That's right. You got a valid point there. Now, which one do you like better, this one or your adventure bike?
If I'm doing a lot of miles, this is way more comfortable.
Okay. Okay, and on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate your slow speed skills?
3, maybe a 4, probably
okay.
A 3.
Okay. Tell me about this vest you got down here.
My air vest?
Yeah.
It goes over your gear. It's fairly light. I mean, you can test the weight. It's not heavy at all.
Yeah, it's definitely got some weight, but it's not heavy.
It blows up. It has a CO2 cartridge. The top blows up. The bottom blows up. All these areas open up if you leave the bike. It hooks to a harness on the bike, and it has a rip cord that pulls out the CO2 plug and blows it up.
Wow. So if it goes off, you look like the Michelin Man.
Kinda, yeah. You definitely.
That is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, and I see you took the tour pack off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. All right, man. Good to see you out again, and I'm
you,
looking forward to see what you're going to do in this. Does she have a name?
The Gray Ghost.
Gray Ghost. Oh man, this guy that just pulled up, that's Joe. And just looking at Joe Park right there, Joe's been practicing, you can tell. Hey Jerry, does your bike have a name? No name. Jane Doe.
There you go.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, man. You look like a changed man. Just watching you pull up in park, man. You've been practicing.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Happy
sir.
New Year, man.
Happy New Year. Yeah, I have to make one. I'm going to make this
That's
one
right.
first one this year.
I ain't even gonna let you get off the bike.
Okay.
What's your name, man?
Joe Lewis,
Joe, where you from?
Savannah, Georgia.
And Joe, how long you been riding the motorcycle?
40 plus years.
And what are you riding today?
2012 GL 1800 Goldwing.
Now, what was I gonna ask you? Oh, did you have this camera on here last time?
Nope.
Ah.
I've added the cameras front and back for protection and, well, for protection, really.
Okay. I forgot what the hell I was gonna ask you. Oh, so you tow stuff as well?
Yeah, me and the wife, August gone, me and the wife, we went down to Key West.
Okay, yes, you're right. You did. You told me that. And Joe's been practicing, guys. Joe sends me videos every now and then of him practicing. Man, you've come a long way. So I'm looking forward to practicing with you today, Joe. Joe, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate your slow speed skills?
4.
Okay, outstanding, man. Good to see you again, man.
Thank you.
All right, guys, let's do it. All right, guys, we're getting started. Practice session number 36. 3 V.I.Preloaders. All right, guys, the beauty is you've all been here before. You were actually in the practice session number 35, your last one. Different motorcycle, same, nothing changes. Well, not much changes. The basic techniques don't change. How about that? Okay, we got 1 through 9 and a bonus. And as always, just be careful. It's all about safety. Have fun. If you knock down a cone, pick it up. I'll probably pick it up anyway. Front brake, you touch it, you grab it, not just touch it. If you grab it, 10 push-up penalty, voluntary. If you don't do it, no big deal. Okay? Any questions? All right. Exercise number 1, starting and stopping. Yes, we're going to do it. I'm pretty sure we'll only have to do it once. But man, so important. We went on a ride yesterday, and I still see it all the time. It's people that don't know how to stop properly. And as I always say, 0 to 10 miles per hour, most motorcycle riders don't like that speed range. Because in that speed range, you have to be the boss. That's right. You got to be the boss. You got to take over. So we're going to do that. You guys are going to go down there. I'm going to be down here. I want you to ride toward me, get up to about 2nd gear. And then I want you to slow down, downshift. Front brake is fine. Front brake is fine. And right before you're going to stop, you should be transitioning from your front brake to your rear brake. All right, we all understand we don't touch the front brake because at slow speeds, it's a lot of power in the front brake. Especially, what's the name of that motorcycle you had? KS what? KR?
Oh,
The adventure bike.
yeah,
It's a brain fart.
KTM 890 Adventure.
Yeah, the KTM. Al let me ride. Andy let me ride his.
Al's my father.
Yeah. He let me ride his bike last practice session. And I just touched that front brake to see how it felt. Boy. Boom. I mean, it bites. So again, your front brake is for power, your rear brake is for control, and that's what we want. We want to always be in control. Come to a smooth stop, foot down, and then preload, keep it loaded, take off nice and smooth, okay? All right, now what we're gonna do is, when you finish, when you go through, I want you to come back and stop right here, okay? And then, unless you have to go again, just stop right there. Because I think last time we had people coming this way, and then I had people flying this way. I don't want people going like this, right? 9 times out of 10, nothing's going to happen, but better safe than sorry. All right, any questions? All right, let's do it. All right, good U-turn, Jerry. Head and eyes. Jerry's looking good. There's a lot of brake lights going on in the back of that Goldwing. I'm liking it. Nice, Jerry. You can park over here. Nice preload. Comes Andy. Front brake. Front brake. The whole time. And I'm watching your finger and all of a sudden I saw it go. Try it again. All right, we got Joe here. Quietest motorcycle out here. Nice, Joe. Good park. Uh-oh. All right, much better. All right, guys. He did a lot of push-ups last time too. Now that I remember. So I remember now. You did quite a few push-ups the last practice session. And so did I forgot the other guy's name, but yeah, I say he was gonna leave here with his chest like this, you know. But anyway, listen, good job. Not that I thought your bike's still on, by the way. All right, exercise number 2, the slow ride. Same thing. We're gonna start at the cones right there. I'll be standing there, and I'm gonna walk aside you, and I want you to just don't go faster than I'm going. All right, Jerry. By the way, not that I'm surprised, but that U-turn, that was beautiful, man. That's just beautiful, man.
They're practicing.
Yeah. And the head and eyes, nice slow lean, nice head and eyes on yours. Same thing here. You can just tell when people are practicing. All right. Okay. Again, stay in the friction zone, or you can go in and out of the friction zone. Like I said, there's more than one way to do everything. You can keep it loaded, keep the throttle where it is, keep the clutch where it is, and use the rear brake to control your speed. However you want to do it. We're only going to be doing it for a short period of time, so as long as your throttle is not extremely high, there's not going to be any issues. Okay? Any questions? All right, go back around, guys. Exercise number 2, guys, the slow ride. Exercises 1 and 2, bread and butter for everything you're gonna do on your motorcycle. Everything. Perfect. Ready? Let's do it. Jerry is not playing. Good job, Jerry. Now Jerry's practicing for the follow the leader later on, and he does these competitions where he lives, so that's what he's doing. But you notice the whole time his head and his eyes are straight ahead. It's excellent. All right, you ready? All right, let's do it. Good. Head and eyes straight ahead. Excellent. Excellent, Joe. You can park. Now, if you saw there, at one point, his speed pushed him forward, and as soon as he felt that rear brake, get off the throttle a little bit, because if you get off the throttle a little bit, sometimes you're going to roll a little bit. And if you don't want to roll that much, that's where the rear brake comes in. But that's why you're always covering the rear brake. So if you need it, you're already there. Covering it doesn't necessarily mean applying pressure to it. Ready? All right, let's do it. Good. Head and eye straight ahead, very good. Keep it loaded. Excellent, you can park. Phenomenal. This is going to be an excellent practice session. I knew it would be. All right, we're going to talk and then we're going to do trust and believe. All right, clearly you guys are social distancing. So excellent job, excellent. I knew it would be. Now, every time that I do this, there's always somebody I have to say, head and eye, straight ahead. I didn't have to say that once. All of you guys, even Jerry. Jerry's practicing for later, clearly. but his head and his eyes are straight ahead, straight ahead, straight ahead. So outstanding. All right, I'm not going to forget this time. I'm going to be on my motorcycle before I start talking about exercise number 3, trust and believe, which is Joe's favorite. All right, now I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. Exercises 1, 2, and 3, IMO, in my opinion, are the bread and butter for everything you do on your motorcycle, because it always comes back to it. Starting and stopping, you have to do that. There's no way around it, but you're doing it properly and in control. The slow ride. The slow ride is you mastering the friction zone, feeling comfortable with your bike going slow, and if you feel like it's going to fall, you're just opening up your clutch hand, all right? That's all you're doing. You don't have to worry about putting your feet out or anything like that. And lastly, trust and believe, which really, you really have to trust and believe that as long as you have power going to your rear wheel, everything's going to work. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to work out. But if you don't practice this and it doesn't become muscle memory, when you feel uh-oh out there in the real world, you're just going to go like this. You're going to put your feet out, right? So with that being said, there's 5 steps to trust and believe. Step number 1, and it's always step number 1. Joe, what is it? That's right. Make sure you're in first gear, because being in the wrong gear on the motorcycle, it's not going to work out well sometimes, okay? So we make sure we're in first gear. Step number 2 is, Joe, cover the rear brake.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Step number 2, cover the rear brake.
I always get my clutch in.
Yeah.
First gear and clutch.
Step number 3, preload and keep it loaded. You have to keep it loaded. It's so important. The reason this is so important is because once we get out there and start doing leaning and stuff, the U-turn I saw you guys make, especially Jerry, going that slow. And that's why I tell people all the time, I don't want to jump around, but we don't want to go fast out here. We just want to make sure we have power going to the rear wheel. It's not going to fall. You'll be fine. Sufficient power, right? Preload, keep it loaded. Step number 4, clutch right before the sweet spot, right? So you're not in the friction zone. Your motorcycle shouldn't be moving. And then step number 5, you're just going to pick your foot up. Remember, you're picking up your foot. Your right foot is on the brake. So when you pick up your foot, nothing's on the ground now except the tires. So of course the motorcycle's going to start to fall. As soon as you feel that, just open up your clutch a little bit, boom. You have to continually do that, because you have to reprogram your brain to associate falling with this and not this, okay? And when you start to make a U-turn, and especially the tight U-turns that you guys make, oh yeah, you're going to feel that, oh, but you already know, just do that, you'll be fine, okay? All right, and that's why, I'll leave it at that. So let's go through it. First gear, cover the rear brake, preload, keep it loaded, for the sweet spot. First gear, cover the rear brake, preload, keep it loaded. Now see, this is another reason why I appreciate when your exhaust is loud. Now, did you hear the second time I did it? I had to give it some throttle. Remember, I always say being the boss is knowing what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. So if yes, I'm preloaded, but when I feel my motorcycle starting to fall, I always tell you guys, don't count to 5 Mississippi. As soon as you feel it, open up your clutch. That time I waited a little bit longer. So I felt like my preload wasn't high enough. So just to be safe, to make me feel better, just gave it a little throttle. All right, so you do what you got to do. Any questions? All right, I'm going to put the camera back here. You guys are going to, right where my camera is, just line up right there, and we'll get this done. Exercise number 1, very good. All right, ready? Oh, stop it. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. All right, we're gonna work on that again. It's moving a little bit, plus his throttle's low. You're gonna feel better about it if you hear your engine louder, not excessively loud. All right, show him how it's done, Jerry. Nice. And see what I mean? Jerry kind of fell, throttle, and then immediately you saw his bike go like this. He's staying controlled. He's on that rear brake. This is the metamorphosis I'm looking at right here. Changed man. All right, don't move. Preload. Keep it loaded. The bike ain't going nowhere because I'm holding it, so don't worry about it. Keep it loaded. Yeah, keep it right there. Let it out, let it out, let it out. Good, good, good. Woo! All right, so I don't know if you guys saw that. Most likely you didn't. Joe went to make a U-turn after that, and his bike slowed down a little bit too much, and his foot went like this, but he didn't put it down. I love when I see that because that's an instinct, but he fought it. He trusted and believed. That's the main reason why we're doing this exercise, right there. Joe doing something different than us? He going that way? So that's what I was just talking about. Did you guys see what just happened? He did the trust and believe. Then he went to make a right U-turn. I heard his throttle go down and his foot went like this. And then it went back up. I love when I see that because right then and there he went to the instinct, but he fought that battle and won. He trusted and believed. Got back into the throttle, and now he almost had a heart attack, but he's fine. All right, I want you to do that again. Well, you know, I don't want you to be moving at all. Plus, your throttle's too low. You're gonna always feel better about it when you can hear it. All right. Yeah, keep it right there. Keep it at 2,000. Right there. All right, he's fine. Head and eyes, head and eyes. Head and eyes when you're making a turn. Joe, let's go. All right. You're going to always feel better about this when you can actually hear your throttle. So just keep it high. Higher. Yep, keep it right there. Pick up your foot and then you're good. Let it out. Let it out. Good. There we go. That's all we needed to see. All I needed to see. When it started to fall, I heard it go high. Perfect. All right, guys. Unless you want to do it again. You want to go again? I'm asking if you want to go again. You're still moving. I don't want you to move. I want you to trust and believe. So go again. Joe, you just got to open up that clutch a little more. That's all. All right, now trust and believe. Don't move an inch. Pick it up. Pick it up. Let it out. Let it out. There we go. That's all. I just need him to trust and believe. Woo, woo. All right, guys, we're going to move on to exercise number 4. Right turns, left turns from a stop. All right, guys, if that's the bread and the butter, this is the toast. All right, because once you master that, everything else becomes easier. That's why I say that's the bread and butter. And I'm watching a lot of the stuff that you guys are doing, especially when you feel uh-oh. Remember, if you never feel uh-oh, people that say, I've been riding 20 years, I ain't never had a problem. Listen, they probably never had to really feel uh-oh. And partially that's because they're walking their motorcycles around, right? But when you feel uh-oh and you react the way you guys did, that's when you're becoming the boss of your motorcycle. Well, Most of you are already the boss of your motorcycle, really. Wow, look at this phenomenal shirt that Joe's got on. Wow, just phenomenal. Thank you for your support, Joe. Okay, exercise number 4, right turns, left turns from a stop. I got a video I'm going to be doing soon on this, but I'm going to be talking about some real life stuff, something that happened to me in the real world. And I was like, oh my God, this is exercise number 4. If I ever saw a situation that it was, and particularly me not wanting you to lean your motorcycle when you make this turn, me wanting you to keep the motorcycle straight up. The situation I was in, that's what I had to do. And I tell people all the time, if you hit this cone while you're making a turn, it's because you're leaning the motorcycle or you're turning too early. And in my scenario, if I did that, I would have hit a car. All right, but I'll talk to you about that. Anyway, you got 7.5 feet here that you're turning into. All right, we know that 3 things determine the radius of the turn: how fast you're going, how much you turn your handlebars, and how much you lean the motorcycle. But as I stated, you don't have to lean here. I really don't want you to lean the motorcycle here. And speed, really, it's the #1 contributing factor to wide U-turns. Why is that? Because like I said earlier, 0 to 10 miles per hour, most motorcycle riders are very uncomfortable in that speed range. So how do they handle it? 1, they duck walk their motorcycles until they get to a speed where the motorcycle can kind of take over. Or 2, they gun it to get through that speed range as quickly as possible. Clearly, we don't duck walk out here, so we can eliminate that one. And gunning the motorcycle to get past that speed is not possible to make this turn. So that means you have to actually know how to ride, which you guys do. So, step number 1, which is always step number 1, Joe. That's right. Make sure the motorcycle's in first gear. Step number 2, you're going to cover the rear brake, same as over there. Step number 3, you're going to preload, keep it loaded. Step number 4, clutch right before the sweet spot. Step number 5, head and eyes. You're going to look in the direction that you want to go and consistently look. So that's why I put my camera here now. I used to leave it here, but I want you guys, when you go home and watch this, and anybody else that's watching you, I want them to actually see you make the turn from this vantage point. And when we make that turn, I'll put the camera over there. Okay? Step number 6, slowly release the clutch into the friction zone. Remember, we do everything subtle, nothing herky-jerky. Step number 7, as soon as the motorcycle starts to move, pick up your left foot, but remember, you're still covering that rear brake. And then step number 8, turn the handlebars. Now, two times. Jerry, in exercise number 3, he goes to move. He picks up his foot, the motorcycle starts to fall. Throttle, and as soon as he throttled and the motorcycle picked up, as soon as he felt it pick up, rear brake. So he pretty much moved from here to here. Control, and that's why we cover the rear brake, because if you're not covering it and you feel, uh-oh, and now you try to go for it, you're going to smash it because, uh-oh, but he's already there. And we just talked about Joe. Joe felt, uh-oh, trusted and believed, got back into the throttle, but he's on the rear brake too. Because if you don't use the rear brake and you go, the motorcycle's just going to take off. So, good job. All right. So what I want you guys to do first is I just want you to ride straight through. Don't stop. Okay? And try to keep the motorcycle as straight up as possible. The second time you go through, I want you to stop. And you can stop wherever you want. You know, I tell people all the time, this is not a competition. So if you don't want to stop at the white line, you can stop back a little right here. 2 of you guys have trailer hitches on your motorcycles, but clearly you're not pulling a trailer. So you don't have to be all the way to the right to make a left turn. But if that's what's going to make you comfortable, I want you to do that. Because the more you practice, you're going to realize it's not necessary. That really doesn't apply to any of you, but I still have to say it. So yeah, I want you to stop and then make the left turn. And then the third time, I want you to stop, make the turn, and stop right here. And the reason I added that is because a lot of people, if they did make the turn, when they felt, uh-oh, instead of being in control, they would just gun it and hit these cones. But I need you to always be in control. Sometimes you're making a turn and something happens and you have to stop. So obviously the answer there is not to gun it. It's also not the answer to grab the front brake and pull the clutch in so the motorcycle falls and then you're cursing out the person that, you know, whatever. Okay? Any questions? And then we're just going to do the same thing going right. So let me show you how I want, well, show you how I want it to look, and then you can do what you want to do. First gear, cover the rear brake, preload, keep it loaded, clutch right before the sweet spot, head and eyes, look where I want to go, slowly release the clutch into the friction zone. As soon as the motorcycle starts to move, pick up my foot, cover that rear brake, turn the handlebars. Now we're going to do it, come to a stop. Okay, see where my motorcycle is? Your goal when you make this turn is to be as close to the middle of the lane as possible. I prefer you not be here because I want you to envision that this is a double yellow line. So if you're all the way over here, somebody can still hit you. You're still technically within your lane, but your handlebars are actually over the line. Okay, so that's the goal. All right, not a big deal. The only way you won't be able to do that is if you don't turn your handlebars enough, or if you're going fast. Okay, any questions? All right. With that shirt, you're going first all day today, Joe. Head and eyes. Look at my camera. Good, good, good. Very good. Excellent, Joe. Excellent. Head and eyes. Look at my camera. Go straight through again. Go straight through again. Nice. Head and eyes. I want you to go straight through again. And the whole time you're pulling up here, you're looking down here. Head and eyes, straight ahead. All right, look at the camera. Keep it loaded, Joe. So before you even move, Joe, I want you looking at my camera because that's where you want to go. You're looking this way and you're going this way. You look at that camera and you go that way. Look at it consistently. Keep looking at it. Keep it loaded, baby. Keep it loaded. Back up some, Joe. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. Do it from there. Head and eyes, look at that camera. All right, we're gonna work on that. But you guys see it's a big difference when you're doing it from a stop versus moving. Nice. Because when you're doing it moving, you have some momentum. From a stop, it's all on you. But you got to trust and believe and you'll be all right. Head and eyes. Okay, shut it off. All right, so what you and Joe are doing is when you go to move, like you got your left foot down, and with your left foot down, the motorcycle's already leaning slightly in the direction that you want to go. So that's the advantage. But what you guys are doing is when you're picking up your left foot, you're not just picking it up, you're pushing. And it's throwing your balance to the right. And that's why you guys are going this way and you're fighting with it. Remember, this is almost like trust and believe, almost. And what I mean by that is, remember I said as soon as the motorcycle starts to move, pick up your foot. As soon as it does. Once that happens, now it's on you, you're in control. If you want to turn left, look left, turn the handlebars, and even if you let the motorcycle fall just a tiny bit to get you in that direction, once you go back into the friction, well, you're in the friction zone anyway, give yourself a little bit more power. Remember, power always wants the motorcycle to stand up and go straight. So if you ever feel, remember, I don't want you leaning in this anyway. Just keep power to the rear wheel, turn the handlebars, you're going to be fine. Worst case scenario, you're going to hit a cone. There's nothing else for you to hit, so don't worry about it. Okay? All right, let's do it. Don't get frustrated, Joe. There we go. There we go. Use that rear brake. Excellent. There we go. I see him getting frustrated. I don't want him to be frustrated. Joe's a beast. Jerry's a beast on that motorcycle. Throw it around like a dirt bike. All right. Head and eyes. Don't throw your weight to the right. Keep it loaded. Use that rear brake. Head and eyes. Okay. All right, Joe, I don't want you to come to a stop. Just do it the way you just did it. Do it just like that. Nice and easy. Keep it loaded. Use that rear brake. Head and eyes. Look at my camera. And keep looking at my camera. There we go. You're good. You're good. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. I don't care if he put his foot down. That was good. This is a work in progress. Do it and come to a stop, Jerry. Beautiful. All right, Andy, I want you to look there. Keep looking at my camera. You're doing the perverted thing. Your eyes are down here. Head and eyes. Look at my camera. Much better. See how straight up his motorcycle was? Much better. Trust and believe, Joe. Trust and believe. Last time, Jerry. Whatever you want to do. Beautiful. He's a beast. He's a beast. I'm going to stand over here. I need to look at your eyes.
What's that?
I need to see your eyes. I'm standing over here.
Don't look at my eyes.
Head and eyes. Good. Head and eyes. All right, watch those revs a little high. Good job. All right, Joe. Head and eyes. Don't look at my cones. Throttle, throttle. Good, good. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Head and eyes before you even move. Head and eyes before you even move. You're looking at my cones. You're looking at my cones.
Yeah.
Joe, do it and come to a stop. Oh, like butter, Joe. Like butter. Woo! All right, guys, we're going to the right now so the sun's not shining in your face. Now, guys, this is when what Joe just did, making that left turn and coming to a stop. That's the smoothest he's done it. This is why I get caught out here. That's why I spend so much time on this exercise. Because when I see somebody struggling and then they get it, I want them to keep doing it. Because that's how you build their confidence. All right, Jerry, Go straight through. You guys can go straight through. Joe, that was excellent. That was excellent. He's a beast. And if you guys didn't notice, Jerry is a throttle blipper. Very nice. That's what I mean when I say you do what works for you. Head and eye, throttle, throttle, throttle. Good. So sometimes what Joe is doing, he's slowing down too much. And as soon as he slows down, he's not moving, he feels like he's going to fall. Look at my cone. I mean, my cone. Look at my camera. Nice. So Joe, sometimes you're actually going too slow to the point where that's why you feel like you're going to fall, but that was a good catch. Trust and believe. Head and eye, stop looking at my cones. Good, good, good. You're good. If you hit a cone, you hit a cone. Don't worry about it. Come back and do it again. Just go straight through, don't stop. I mean, don't stop there. Don't stop there, just go. Head and eyes. All right, watch that throttle, it's too high. Head and eyes, Joe, look at my camera. All right, the breeze feels good. Good, 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 good. Whoa. So what Joe's doing is he's dipping his motorcycle into turns and not providing sufficient power to the rear wheel. In other words, he's not keeping it loaded. Oh, that's 10 push-ups. Not you, Joe. We got 20 in the bank.
I have my hand on the brake.
All right, watch that throttle. A little high.
I know, but
Split the difference.
look at
I know.
that.
Split the difference.
There's very little between high throttle and low throttle.
Foot not in the right place.
Yeah, it's not 10 push-ups because I saw what happened. You were losing your balance. So if you got to put your right foot down, clearly you can't press the brake. So what you're doing, Joe, is like even right here, after you made the turn and you go to lean, you're leaning your motorcycle without sufficient power to the rear wheel. So keep it loaded, all right? Open up that clutch a little bit. Look at the camera. Go for it. There we go. There we go. Woo! Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, Jerry's having a ball. Jerry's having a ball out here. Come to a stop. Head and eyes. Woo, that throttle.
I know. You have to ride this and see how what little difference it is.
All right, pull over there. I'll try it. I'm not doubting him. He's saying that his throttle is very little. It's very little. You have very little very little room between low and high. So I'm telling him to split the difference. He's having a hard time. Good, good. Keep it loaded. You're all right. You're all right. Throttle out of it. So I'll give it a try. See what it feels like. shit. Yeah, I'm fine. But I was just about to say to you, see, it's called throttle control. You got to control the throttle.
Yeah, it's really twitchy. I'm not kidding.
I got it. Oh, kickstand. Oh, is it?
No, but I don't. It doesn't work for me on this bike doing it like that.
Let me try it
I
again.
get it like this. Shut it off. It fell over.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why, but you got to shut it off to restart it.
Safety thing. So his motorcycle with the throttle, yeah, it's going to force you to keep it loaded. Because if you don't, yeah, it'll shut off on you. Nice, Joe. Perfect. Ah, damn it. I get it.
I told you, this is a lot twitchier than the KTM.
So you can definitely control it so it's not too high. However, if you just go too low a little bit, it's gonna shut off. So I get it.
So it's better to go high.
Yeah, especially if it's just for a short period of time.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for letting me ride it, man. All right, guys, we're gonna go to the single serpentine. Excellent job, Joe. Once again, metamorphosis. Now, Joe, what do you think is better for you, rights or lefts?
Right.
Yeah, I see that. Do me a favor, come make one left turn. How about you? What's better for you, Andy?
From the turns, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, from the turns. Doesn't matter? Okay.
That doesn't matter, but in a U-turn, it matters.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I stayed pretty well in the codes the whole time.
Yeah. Head and eyes. There we go. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. That's all. I always want progress, guys. Progress. Little wins, and they add up. All right, guys. Exercise number 5, single serpentine. And this exercise, to a lot of people that really don't understand, it seems insignificant, but it really isn't, because you need to be able to maneuver your motorcycle at slow speeds, but not as slow as we were doing in exercise number 4, clearly. Because remember, the faster you go, the way we're turning our handlebars to make that left turn and that right turn, some of us are doing almost a full lock, if not a full lock. You can't do a full lock going 15 miles per hour. You just can't, right? That's why a lot of people, if they even hear the words full lock, not doing that. Why? Because once again, we're in that speed range, 0 to 10, right? Here, we're going faster than over there, but we're not going so fast that we're steering the motorcycle like this. We're going fast enough, slow enough, and fast enough, however you want to look at it, so that you can still turn the handlebars like this. And that's what I want you guys to do here. You need to be able to do this, because out in the real world, if you need to do some evasive maneuvers, you need to be able to do that with control. Again, not with speed, because speed, you're turning like this. This, you're turning like this. So I want you to be leaning the motorcycle as you're doing this. It doesn't have to be excessive, but I want to see that you're comfortable leaning your motorcycle at slower speeds. That's what you're doing here, okay? So,
12 feet or 15 feet?
15 feet. Andy's question is this 12 or 15? This is 15 feet. So you have plenty of space. However, even at 15 feet, if you're going too fast, you're going to start messing up, okay? So take it easy. The cones, you guys are going to be, no, you know what? I'm going to have you go this way because if I, no, I'm right. You guys are going to go down there and come toward me. I want you to be looking at my camera the whole time you're going through it. You don't need to look at the cones. You can still see them. You don't need to stare at them. That's what I mean to say. Okay? And I want you to go out wide. Don't hug the cones. People have, yeah, people have a, I'm glad that Andy said that. I told these guys, practice session 35, listen, I want you to go out wide to force you to lean. And Andy was like, but he was going so slow, there was no lean. He was just, so his clutch control was excellent, but not what I wanted to see, okay? I want you to go nice and wide so that you're forced to kind of manipulate the motorcycle, all right? This is, this is not rocket science. None of this is really. Again, stay in the friction zone. I don't even know if you guys have noticed this, but Jerry is a throttle blipper. He doesn't have any problems. That's why if somebody tells me, I always blip my throttle, and I see they can handle the motorcycle at slow speeds, we're not trying to change something that's working for you, right? That works. When I first came here and I joined the Savannah Police Department, they were giving me magazine holders that were horizontal. And I'm used to 22 years in the NYPD, my magazine holders were vertical. And I remember horizontally shooting and reaching the wrong way. And they said, you know what, just turn them the way you're used to having them. Because if that's the way it works, it's already part of your muscle memory, then that's what you do, all right? I'm just using that as an analogy. All right, any questions? I'm going to run through it really quickly. You guys may as well head down there because you're going to be coming this way anyway. Yep. Starting out wide, going wide, head and eyes, looking right at my camera. Not going too fast, because if you're going too fast, you're losing space. It's also forcing you to make decisions quicker. Not necessary. Okay, we got Joe going first. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Sometimes it's hard to tell with Joe's motorcycle unless I'm standing right next to it because it's quiet. Not bad, Joe, not bad at all. Okay, we got Jerry. Jerry's been left in my cones with his eyes a little bit, but you know. Nice, Jerry. But nice and smooth, nice and smooth. So this is one of those examples. Here's Andy. Jerry's one of the examples when I say head and eyes, head and eyes. It's important, but it's really important when you're learning how to do this and trying to become accustomed to what you want your motorcycle to do and how you want it to do it. So all of those things matter. But it's not totally necessary to do everything, but we want to practice good habits, right? We want to practice good habits. Nice, Joe, nice, very nice. And the t-shirt's outstanding. Very nice. Outstanding. All right, I'll let him do it one more time and then we're gonna move on to exercise number 6. Whatever side they started on the first time, they should be starting on the opposite side the second time. Not really any difference, but a lot of this stuff is mental, and that's the biggest thing we're fighting out here anyway, is mental stuff. Physically, we're fine. We can do all of this stuff. There's nothing stopping us from doing it physically. At least I'm talking about the people out here. And for the most part, that's usually the case. The biggest obstacle is our minds. That's true with most things, not just this. That's excellent. Staring at my cones, but it's excellent. Very nice. Nice save. The old Joe would have put his foot down right there, or gave up on this last one. But he trusted and he believed. Excellent. All right, guys, we're going to move on to exercise number 6, the infamous U-turn. Excellent job. And you know, again, something that seems so simplistic like that, when you go through the first time versus the third time, already I see the differences, because that's what we're doing now. We're loosening up. And I got to tell you, Andy, you did this way better than you did on the other motorcycle. You look, you know, a lot more fluid.
Yeah, because I just didn't get it in my head last time.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm glad you said that, because it's not the motorcycle. You just got a better concept of what you're supposed to be doing as far as your technique and blah, blah, blah. And Joe, let me tell you something. The last time Joe was at a practice session, when he got to that last cone and he went out real wide, and it looks like the old Joe would have either put his foot down there or just would have gave up on trying to get through that last gate. But nope, new and improved. That's Joe 2.5. He trusted and believed, made that turn. So excellent. I love seeing that, man. Love seeing it. Okay, exercise number 6, the infamous U-turn, 27 feet wide. Okay, 3 parking spaces. But if you want to challenge yourself, this box is 18 feet. Just don't go past this line. Make your U-turn in this box. All right, it's not a competition. This is not necessary either. To me, it's just to challenge yourself. Usually out there in the... What do you say?
The roads are narrow.
The roads ain't this narrow. They're not. A country road, that's what I always say. You should be able to make a U-turn comfortably on a country road. That's 24 feet, okay? Roughly. So, when you come in here, and again, the whole time Joe is saying, Joe, you got to keep it loaded, keep it loaded. This is when it's important, when you're making a U-turn, which every turn you've made, U-turns, you got that feeling, uh-oh, got to keep it loaded. Now, with your motorcycle, Joe, unless I'm standing right next to you, sometimes I can't hear where your load is, but you can. So you have to pay attention to that. So when I'm making my U-turns, as I'm pulling in here, the approach to the U-turn, wherever my throttle is, that's where it's going to stay. From the approach to the U-turn to the completion of it. All right, and when I do it, you're going to hear it. It stays the same the whole time. That's what you have to do. Your clutch, if you're in a good part of the friction zone where you feel like you have a good amount of speed, keep it there. All right, that way you don't have to worry about it. And just use the rear brake to control your speed if you're going too fast. All right, if you have a good position on the clutch, where you have good movement, you can stay right there and you'll be fine. That's keeping it loaded, right? But what you can't do is go into the U-turn and have your throttle just right and then have it go down a little bit. That's not going to work, especially not on Andy's motorcycle. I learned that. You got to keep that. You have to keep it loaded. Come in here, Andy. I'm allowing you and Joe to look at this cone. Don't stare at it. Just look at it. Before you make your U-turn, head and eyes, look at that camera and go for it. Now remember, we don't have to turn our handlebars full lock. You don't have to lean excessively. I do want you to lean a little bit, but we don't. Some people try to come in here fast and they lean so that they can use momentum to take them through the U-turn. And that's why they're wide, if they're going too fast. We're not doing any of that, okay? All right, so when you guys come in here the first time, just make a U-turn. Second time, I want you to come in and I want you to, well, we're going to do the U-turn a couple of times. I'll let you know when I want you to do the second one. Second one, I want you to stop right here. And then you're going to make a U-turn from a stop. Again, head and eyes. It's almost like exercise number 4, but it's not as sharp a turn. You could go, if you want to go out far and make the U-turn, that's fine. I'm not telling you have to do it with the wheel turn right here. Just make the U-turn from a stop. And then lastly, I want you to stop, make the U-turn, and stop. I want you to also realize that up until this point, aside from exercise number 5, the single serpentine, every exercise that we've done is incorporating 1 and 2, and really 3 and 4. I mean, I didn't put this together haphazardly. One builds on top of the other. But the point is, That's why I have you come to a stop in different scenarios, because it's showing that you can control your motorcycle regardless of what's happening. Okay? All right, any questions? And then when we finish that, we're gonna do the same thing going right. All right, listen to my throttle. It's gonna be the same the whole time, or close to it. Because we're not machines, it's always gonna fluctuate. If I make it in 18 feet, the throttle is still the same. Right? So I do that to tell you, even if you want to make a tighter turn, it doesn't mean you have to now go faster or give more power. As long as it's consistent and sufficient, you'll be fine. Any questions? All right, who's up? Oh, Joe, that shirt, yeah. Throttle, throttle. Whoa, nice. Saw that foot? Very nice, very nice. And guess what? That's nothing but practice. That's what you're witnessing right there. That is the result of practice. Like I said, Joe sends me videos of him at work on his break practicing. Head and eyes. Head and eyes, Andy. Head and eyes. Head and eyes. Head and eyes, Joe, head and eyes. I knew Jerry was going for this 18 feet. Beautiful, baby, beautiful. Head and eyes, Joe. Give it some speed, give it some speed. Going a little too slow, head and eyes. There we go, much better. Because Joe was going too slow. The slower you go, it's just gonna feel scarier. So you have to split the difference. Don't go too slow, don't go too fast. You're not looking at my camera. Head and eyes, baby. I ran up on him. My shadow gave me away, but I wanted him to see that you got to turn your head and eyes before you turn. You got to turn your head and eyes before you turn. Good, 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 good. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. All you have to do is add a little bit of speed. Head and eyes. Nice, Jerry. All right. U-turn, head and eyes. All right. He was good, but he picked up speed and it took him wide. But I'm gonna let him know. Next time, just hit the cone. Don't put your foot down. All right, you ready? Head and eyes. Look at the camera. He's going for it. All right, Joe, exactly. See, that's the beauty of it. You already know what you did. That's the best thing, because now you know how to correct it. Now, next time if that happens, if you go too fast, just go out, hit the cones. I just don't want you to put your foot down. You ain't gonna get hurt hitting the cone. Head nod, baby. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Beautiful. There we go. Up to the white line. All right. Head nice. Head nice. Come to a stop over there, Joe. Excellent. Excellent. Andy, look at me. Keep looking at me. Keep looking at me. Turn your head. That's it. Okay. Oh, yeah, you told me that before. I remember now. He's got mobility issues. I remember that now. I'm yelling at him, turn your head. He's like, I am. That's it. I see you going for that 18 feet. I see it. I see you going for it.
I can do it.
I know you could. You did it already. Beautiful. Excellent, Jerry. 17 feet from a stop. Like butter, baby. Next time you come around, right turns. Like butter. Beautiful, right turns next. Excellent, Jerry. All the way, just straight through, straight through. Whoop. Beautiful. Yeah, I feel like his BPM is lower on right turns. Straight through. Throttle, throttle, throttle. Good, good, good. Oh man, just beautiful. Beautiful, Joe. Like butter, baby. Just silky smooth. You know, added on to the fact that the motorcycle's so quiet, it just makes it seem even smoother. Nice, Jerry. Throttle, throttle, throttle! Woo!
Okay, now watch Joe's right foot. This is why we do trust and believe. Watch his foot slightly come off of his floorboard. He started to resort to instincts right there, and he trusted and believed, opened up the clutch, put the foot right back on the floorboard. Excellent job, Joe.
That's what I'm talking about! Right there, his BPM's 180. That foot came off, he trusted and believed. Oh, I love seeing that. Come to a stop. Woo! That was nice. Very nice, very nice. I know, I know.
And my handlebar was still turned when I stopped, so I had to put my right foot down.
I know. Very nice, very nice. Nice. Come to a stop, Joe. Beautiful. All right, you're done. Excellent. Outstanding. All right, I just want to point out, a couple of things. First of all, just outstanding, man, just outstanding. Joe, I want you and preloaders at home and VI preloaders, I want you guys to watch one of Joe's U-turns. And this is what I mean when I say watching it all come together. He was making a right U-turn. The bike, I saw the bike lean over, and in myself, I said, uh-oh. I saw his foot come off the board, maybe that much. And that was it. He trusted and believed, made the turn. It's so evident that what we've been talking about, trust and believe, you're gonna be okay. Just provide power to the rear wheel. But the reason why he's not flying out of the U-turn is he's covering the rear brake. All right, excellent job, Joe. Jerry. Now, if you guys see Jerry, another thing, Joe. At first, Joe was coming through the U-turns way too slow. So I know we're doing slow speed riding, but at some point, there isn't such thing as too slow, depending on what you're doing. So as soon as he sped up, just a little, it made his U-turn so much smoother, whereas before he's trying to fight gravity. Oh, just excellent job. Jerry, I told you he's a throttle blipper, but he's also a rear brake abuser. What do I mean by that? You'll see Jerry's bike going like this. Now, when Joe does that with his motorcycle, the results are not good. And most people that's the case, because now the motorcycle feels even more unsteady. But Jerry, and if you look at his foot, he's got the tip of his toe. He's got toes on the brake. But you notice that when his bike's doing that, it's not doing it in the middle of the turn. When he first starts the turn, he leans his bike over a lot. And that's why I tell people, if you want to make a tight turn from a standstill, you're literally doing exercise number 3. You have to let the motorcycle fall and catch it with the clutch. That's what Jerry's doing. And just to make sure he's not going to go too fast, he's doing that with the brake. And as soon as he sees where he is and he's comfortable, now he's off that rear brake a little bit. He's not going to jam it anymore. Nice smooth turn. All right. So this is what I mean when I say it's all going together. It's all going together. And Andy, great job. I know now he can't turn his head all the way. I forgot about that. So I apologize for yelling. Turn your head. He's like, it is. That's it. That's the limit. All right. So excellent job. All right. We're going to move on to exercise number 7, the figure 8. Let's do it. All right, guys. Exercise number 7, the figure 8. Same width as the U-turn, 27 feet, 46 feet long. Use all of the space in here that you need. I used to say all the space you have, but everybody doesn't need 46 feet long, 27 feet wide. But if you need it, Use it. Don't cheat yourself. When you come through these gates, come toward this cone. Now don't make this turn early if you need more space, because the earlier you make this turn, if you take away 6 feet here, you're giving up 6 feet over there. So come all the way over. As soon as you get here, head and eyes. Andy, you're not going to be able to see it right away, but you will. That first green cone, that's what I want you looking at. Head and eyes. And I want you to hold it. Hold it. Remember, when you came in, you were going for this corner. No more corners after that. Now you're looking at those green cones until it's time for you to leave. Then you're looking at the exit. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Don't come out here. Hold it. Hold it. Transition. Head and eyes, handlebars. Now you're looking at that green cone. Just keep turning your head. You'll see it. I know it doesn't feel comfortable. Use all of the space that you need. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Don't come out. Hold it. Transition. So you should always be coming like this. Your figure eight is like this. Okay? Do it one more time and then go to the exit. Any questions? So again, speed is important. If you're going too fast, you're going to make this, it's going to close in on you. Nice and easy. The same way you were doing the U-turns. Nothing changes except the fact that you have to transition. And the faster you're going, the quicker you're going to have to transition. That's why I tell people we don't want to go fast because we're losing space, but we also have to now react to things quicker. Hold it. Head and eyes. Look at that cone. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Transition. Hold it. Head and eyes. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Transition. Then exit. All the way over here, all the way over here. Head and eyes. Good. Keep it loaded, baby. Head and eyes. Start over, Joe, start over. Joe's getting inside his head. Head and eyes. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Keep it loaded, good, good. Transition. Head and eyes, keep it loaded. Here we go, here we go. Beautiful. Look at the exit. Oh, that's why he put the helmet on. He got the camera on now. All right, I knew something was up. Very good. Nice steady pace. All right, Big Joe, let's do it. Remember, keep your speed up and not too fast. Moment, good, good, good. That's a little too fast or that's wide, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Try it again. Good, good, good. Head and eyes, head and eyes. Transition. A little too much speed. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Don't worry about the cones. Keep going. Keep going, you're good. Head and eyes. Transition. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. His right turns are definitely a strength. Head and eyes, baby. Head and eyes, good. Transition. Keep it going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't worry about the cones, keep going. Keep going, good, good. Look at the exit, look at the exit. Woo! BPM 210. BPM 210. That's what I'm talking about. But once you get it done, listen, I don't care what it looks like. If I told him, don't worry about the cone, just keep going. And he didn't even hit the cone. So most people have an issue of, I don't want to turn the handlebars, and they would have hit those cones. He turned those handlebars. Outstanding. You going again? What do you say? Your front feels wobbly?
Yeah, like the forks. I don't know.
You would know better than me.
Yeah, it just. I think I'm gonna buy that brace. Put on the forks and see how that goes. But it just, when I came out of it just then, it just like the front wheel wanted to shift over.
Really? Yeah, he's not going again. You going again? It's up to you. Going again? Outstanding, Jerry, outstanding. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to look, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guys, we're going to move on to exercise number 8, offset double serpentine. All right, guys, exercise number 8, offset double serpentine. Okay, so remember, well, just for, it's in the description section what the dimensions are of everything out here. But for you guys' information, from this cone to those cones, that's 30 feet. These are 15 feet apart. So really it's 15 feet apart for what you're doing. You're not going 30 feet. Remember in exercise number 7, which is a figure 8, remember that? That happened 5 minutes ago? When I kept saying, hold it, hold it. That's what I want you guys to do when you come in here. So when you come in here, you come through this gate. This is the gate you're going to, but I don't want you to go toward it. I want you to go away from it. I want you to come all the way over here. Head and eyes, look at the gate, handlebars, hold it. Now I want you to look at the gate you came from. Hold it. hold it. And the reason why we're doing that is we want to make this turn easier, especially for you, Joe, with that motorcycle. Easier. And you too, Andy. Now, is it necessary? No. Jerry could come straight for this cone, make a sharp turn, go straight for that one, make a sharp turn. It's more work. We want to work smarter, not harder. By coming out wide, instead of you approaching this like this, you're actually going to be coming through it like this. So you're already prepared for this turn. If you come like this and you don't make a wide turn, and you don't make a tight turn, you're going to end up all the way over here, still making the turn, and now you got to go through these cones. This is not the angle you want to be at. So when you come through these cones, like I said, go out wide, head and eyes handlebars, looking at these cones. When you get here, head and eyes handlebars, look at the cones you came from. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Transition, head and eyes handlebars. Same thing. So now when you come over here, by the time you go through these, head and eyes handlebars. You're facing it, just makes it easier. Okay? Any questions? Same thing applies. Watch your speed. I'm going to run through it and then come back. I don't want you guys to come back after you run through it because somebody's going to be coming behind you. So when I come through, I'm coming through this way. Head and eyes. Hold it, transition. Heard my throttle go down, made the adjustment. Joe? So when I came back, I went straight for the cone. Much more work. I'm exhausted. Come towards me. Come on, come on, come on. Good. Keep it loaded, head and eyes. Look where you came from, head and eyes. Hold it, transition. Good, go ahead, don't worry about it. Ooh. That heel is coming so close to that back thing, man, it's scary. Good? Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Oh, where's your kickstand? Here it is. Right hand on the left, left on the right. Get close. To get me high like you do. I'm gonna get a copyright strike. Playing good music. Keep it loaded, Joe. That's all that is. Somebody sent me a video of it was like a Nova practice competition thing, and it was just a video of people dropping the bike. And she asked me, "Can you tell me what they're doing wrong?" So before I even watch that video, I already know 90% of it is going to be they're not keeping it loaded. It happens. And the only thing it boiled down to from what I saw is not keeping it loaded, leaning the motorcycle beyond its limits, and loss of traction because on some of it the ground was wet. So clearly if the ground's wet, you're not going to lean the motorcycle the same way. Can we still do the same type of things? Yeah, but you gotta be smart about it. Keep it loaded. Oh, saw the foot. Good. See, so now he's approaching the cones straight ahead. You don't want to do that because then you're all the way out here. Like I said, it's not a competition, but the goal is to not go past the outside lines. Too much speed. Too much speed. Next. went out too far, but he'll be all right. Nice, he held that one nicely. Very nice. Whoa, whoa, see? I like it. He started to fall, and he was falling quickly. And what did you hear? You heard his throttle go up. The boss knows what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. You ever watch Star Trek and the captain would say, Scotty, I need more power. That's what's happening there. You feel a motorcycle falling, you need more power. Call Scotty. All right, Joe. Not too much speed, Joe. Go to the right, hold it, hold it, hold it, transition. Transition. Joe just has to keep it loaded. See, now he's going straight in, but he's going kind of slow. So this turn's going to be tighter. And now this turn's going to, so you got to keep it loaded. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Woo. Keep it loaded. Now see how his bike is straight up? We don't want to be straight up in here. You have to lean the motorcycle. Good, good, good. All right, he's working it out. Excellent. Get it, Jerry. Get it, Jerry. Outstanding. Keep it loaded, Joe. Keep it loaded. Open up that clutch a little bit. Use the rear brake. So I feel like Joe's right turns are stronger than his left. Actually, he told me that was too, so I'm going to have him start this from the other side so that his first turn's a right turn. Because a lot of the times when you do this exercise, if you mess up that first turn, it just makes the rest of this tougher. So you might be saying, well, what's the point of having them start down there? The first turn might not be a left, but the second turn will be. Yeah, but at least he'll start out better on the first one. Hey, Joe, start from down there. Start from down there. See how much smoother that turn is? But then here comes the left. You got to keep it loaded. See, the bike almost came to a stop. It's going too slow. You have to use your speed to pull you into the next turn. If you're going to do a transition, you can't do the transition with the motorcycle barely moving. The motorcycle needs to be moving to turn those handlebars from left to right with ease. Keep it loaded. There we go. Outstanding. Oh, Joe's coming again. There we go. Keep that speed up right there. There we go. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Okay, okay. Transition. So I know what I'm going to do. Not today, but in the future. I'm going to put some outside cones on the outside of these cones. So if people don't want to do the turns this tight, they can at least do the outside ones. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Just open up that clutch. And that's a left turn. So that's his Achilles heel. Speaking of Achilles heel, it came real close to that rear guard. It's making me nervous too. Because that thing ain't gonna budge if it hits his ankle. It's not gonna budge. When his motorcycle fell, that's what was holding the motorcycle up. So it ain't gonna budge. All right, guys, we're gonna move on to exercise number 9, the abominable snowman. Abominable. All right, guys, exercise number 9, abominable snowman. As always, there's no pressure. 27 feet, first circle. 25 feet, second circle. 22 feet, third circle. 18 feet, fourth circle. So if you're comfortable just doing the first one, just do the first one. Second, just do the second. Third, just do the third.
We're going twice around.
You going around as many times as you want. So
Twice around each circle.
I know what you mean.
We start the next one.
Well, no, when you go around, when you come in here, you're going around once. Go on the next one, go around once. Third one, go around once. Top one, go around and just come back out, obviously. So I'm going to run through it. I'm going to try the top one, but with this front wheel, I can't really get it. But I'll make an attempt. You guys did great out there on this. Joe, the reason I had you come down here, I usually have everybody do that anyway. But sometimes the first turn that you make, if you mess that up, it affects you the rest of the way. And your strength, like you said, is definitely your right turns. So at least when you're coming down here, your first turn's a right turn. As soon as you got to that left turn, and when you go back and watch the video, you'll see, you get to the left turn, you almost came to a standstill. You're going too slow. That's the only issue. That's why you keep feeling like you're going to fall. You have to keep the motorcycle moving, because in order to make transitions, the motorcycle has to be moving. It's going to be so much easier to do that. So all you have to do is keep your speed up, but not too fast.
Yeah, because I was trying to turn the wheel and
Yeah,
it won't.
because you ain't moving. You got to move, man. You got to move. Just keep the motorcycle moving. It's going to make it easier to turn. You know, clearly, if you're sitting right there and you just try to turn your handlebars, it's going to be a lot harder than if it's moving. All right, let me give it a shot. Well, let me give the top one a shot. Well, there goes that. So here's the funny thing I always talk about, confidence. And I tell people all the time, if you came here last time and you rated yourself, I don't know, whatever it was, 6, and then you come today and you're just not feeling it, and then you say, no, I'm gonna lower my rating. It's not how it works. Everybody has an off day. And when I came here this morning, I just didn't feel, I felt I don't know what it is. And when I went in there, I could not do that U-turn. But for just us warming up and riding around today, no big deal at all. But my confidence was low this morning. So it makes a difference. All right, so remember, guys, when I was saying in the figure 8, hold it. And then in the offset double serpentine, hold it. Doing the same thing here. You get in the turn, hold it, till you get to the next thing, transition. Hold it. All right, any questions? All right, let me get my bike out the way. Joe, go in there and make a right turn. Make a right turn in there. Okay, Joe. I just want you to know when you're coming in here, you're starting your turn right here. And that's why you're so tight over there. When you come in next time, I'm going to be standing right here. Just come to me. Yeah, try it again. He's just got to find that friction zone and stay in it. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right. Let's go. Let's do it, Jerry. Joe is over there practicing the offset double serpentine, and that's what I tell everybody. You do whatever you want to do out here. There's no pressure. Woo! That ankle. That was close. All right, so let me tell Jerry what I want him to do in here. Because Jerry could definitely do this. There's no question in my mind. I just got to tell him what to do. Hey, Jerry, come over here. Come over here, Jerry. Throttle, 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 throttle. Good. All right, give me a second, Jerry. Starting this turn. All right, some more speed, some more. All right. Now, Jerry, when you come in here, depending on which way you're going, you were going that way before, so which way is your strength, left or right?
Usually turn better left than I can right. But
Okay, so make your first turn a right turn, right? Then you'll be coming in, making a left turn here. So when you come in here, I want you to bring your wheel all the way right here.
okay,
And then hug these cones. Like, don't start your turn yet. When you get about right here, head and eyes. Act like you're doing that U-turn from a stop where you just let it fall. Head and eyes and just go for it. That's all you need to do.
I think that's what I messed up. I didn't know where to look back to.
Exactly, exactly. But you also didn't, when you made this turn, you started your turn, you were all the way out here.
Okay.
Hug these cones. When you get here, head and eyes, then go for it.
Okay.
Because now you're at the top of the height of the turn, now you got extra space. If you started up here, you're running out of room.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. And you guys might be saying, well, why are you telling everybody to do it on the side that they're better at? Shouldn't they do it on the side they need work on? No. They can work on that, of course. But this is all about building your confidence up. And again, this is a very tight turn. So you put your best foot forth. You do your strongest side. And once you get the confidence up there, then you can work on the weak side if you even choose to. Because like I always said, this is not necessary. I knew that this was the only thing that was going to be a challenge to Jerry. And I know how Jerry is. It's a challenge, he's going to go for it. Nah, you got to lean more than that. Yeah, you're good. You're good, you just got to lean more. I also realized that when I was putting these cones up before, I was just putting them all straight. When really, if it's a turn, I should have the cone on a turn, so it looks more like a circle. Joe's over there practicing his U-turns, that's what's up. But he made that first circle, and that's all I wanted him to do. Hug it, hug it. All right, look at it. Look at the exit. They'll get it. It's tough. It's a very tight turn. There's really no margin for error. Of course, that's what makes it tough. Turn too early. Turn too early. Your front wheel was right here. Here comes Jerry. Jerry might not go back home until he gets this. Andy, get out, Andy! Yeah, so when he gets in here, as soon as he goes for that exit, you've got to drop that bike down. You've got to drop that bike down. Andy thinks we're in a demolition derby. Don't be in the exercise while somebody else is in it. Well, not this exercise at least, because they have to go back in that direction. The exit is the entrance. All right, Andy, remember the exit is the entrance. The exit of this is the entrance. So you can't be in it while he's in it because he's going back in that direction. Hey, Jerry. I'm gonna have Jerry just come over here and just do this one. There's no reason to do the other ones. We know we can do them. Hey, Jerry, just go straight to the head. You don't even need to do the rest. See, he's turning way too early. Hey, Andy. That's where your front wheel is when you're making your turn. You don't have any margin for error in here. If you give up this much, no way you're going to make it. You got to put your wheel all the way over here and then hug this. Okay? All right. No margin for error. He gave us some space here. Jerry, your wheel's right here. This is where you were. This is where you need to be. There we go. Look at the exit. Now Jerry's not looking at the exit. He's looking down, but he's not looking at the exit. His wheel placement was perfect that time. Look at the exit. Look at the exit. Look at the exit. All right, it's coming. It's coming. Now this is when, I remember I told people before, you don't have to have head and eyes to make certain turns. When it comes to this tight turn, yeah, it's going to make a difference. right, Andy's got to go all the way over. No, too early. Way too early. Jerry, head and eyes is what's getting you. Because your lean is good. If you snap your head, trust me, you'll make that. Andy, too early, too early. I told you guys, Jerry ain't going home till he gets this. I know it. There we go. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Same thing, Andy. Your wheel's right here. You got to get it over here. That's what I'm talking about, Jerry. I never had a doubt. I already said to the preloaders, Jerry ain't going home till he get this. Andy got lost in the cones. All right. Jerry's going in the other. Oh! Started that one wrong. The approach was wrong. But this is the kind of guy I told you Jerry is. Now he's going for the right side. Good. Look at the exit. Look at the exit. Nice. Got a nice scrape there. Nice, Jerry. Nice. Oh. He lost his helmet. And he said, screw it. He left it there. All right, I'll hold it. Right here, right here, right here. Keep coming. Yep. Woo! That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All right, we're going to end on a high note. All right, guys, we're going to move on to the bonus exercise, which is the maze, because we're done here, 1 through 9. Now it's bonus time. Nope, let's watch Andy go through one more time. Ooh, that paint job looks good on Blaze. All right, so he's going a little fast here. No, he's good, he's good. All right here. No, too early, way too early. All right, guys. Look at when this thing is in the sun, the paint is nice. You can see the orange speckles in the black part of the paint. So it's not black and red. It's orange and black. It's sunset orange or something it's called. I don't know. Something like that. We got Jerry one more time, so we may as well get him. Good job, Jerry. Good job.
We're still working on me, though.
Yeah, man. Oh, Andy's going again. Andy is still, he's making this turn way too early over here. right, bonus time. All right, guys, the maze. The maze. The maze is nothing but U-turns. 18 feet or less U-turns. If you're going on this side, you're making 2 lefts and 1 right. If you're going on that side, you're making 2 rights and 1 left. Watch your speed. Stay to the side, the opposite side of where you're going to make the turn. You have to turn your head and your eyes. Turn your head and your eyes. So, did you feel like you were turning your head and your eyes more, Jerry, in that top of that head?
Yep.
Yeah, because Jerry, he doesn't have any fear of leaning the motorcycle. He's full control of the friction zone and the rear brake and everything. So he's like, I don't need to turn my head. And he really doesn't, like I said. But when you start getting into stuff like that, where you don't have any margin for error, you need to turn your head and your eyes. It definitely makes a difference. All right? All right, I'm going to run through it, and then you guys can have at it. Keep it loaded. Show them how it's done, Jerry. And after that, Andy, show them how it's done on that kind of bike. See how he approaches it slow? He approaches it slow, and then when he gets to the turn, he gives it a little bit more speed. That way he's not losing space before he makes the turn. Head nice. Good, good. Head nice. Throttle, throttle. Good, you're good, you're good. Head nice. Excellent. Come back through the other way. Hold up, Jerry. He's going to come back through. Andy! Good, good. His lefts are better, so this turn will be very good. Just got to make this one right turn. He started that turn late, so that's right. He went wide. I saw that. Started it late. So, you know, the right turns are tougher for most. In my experience, at least, right turns are tougher for most. Smooth, butter. Head and eyes. See, right turn. Turn, get it out of the way early. Very good. That first right turn is the confidence builder. Say to yourself, all right, I got this. Woo! Ah, ain't making that one. All right. Now I noticed that when his heel went back, because he's a shorter guy, it didn't go back so far as to hit that saddlebag guard. So if he's taller, it's going to happen easier. Throttle, throttle. Can't idle through this. Gotta throttle. Keep it loaded. All right, Jerry, let's do this. This is child's play for Jerry. Jerry's screwing around at this point. All right, he cheated himself right there. That's exactly what happened. He cheated himself. You got to use all the space that you have. Come all the way over to the side. Make that turn. Nice. Go all the way over. Good. There we go. Now come all the way over to the left. All the way over. There we go. There we go. Don't cheat yourself. Andy is a trooper. Hey Jerry, when you went through this way, you cheated yourself on this turn. You started the turn right here. But coming back, perfect. All right, let's do that again this way. Jerry, talking to Jerry. There we go. Use all this space. Look at it. All the way over to the left. Good. There we go. There we go. And there's the difference right there. That's the space he gave up before. Nice. Nice, Jerry. Very nice. Very nice. Woo! There we go. That's what I'm talking about. You got to open in there, use it. I don't box people in here. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Andy over there clapping. We got nothing but love and support for one another in Preloader Nation. Got a nice breeze going on out here. 75 degrees. Not making that. Is that nice? Handlebars? Beautiful. There we go. Come on, lean it, lean it. There we go. Just gotta lean a little bit more going right. Started that early, but his lefts are his strength, so he can still make up for it. That's what it's about. What do I always say? What's going to determine the radius of your turn? The speed. The speed was good. How much you turn the handlebars? That was good. How much you lean the motorcycle? So in that last turn, he turned early, but because his left turns are his strength, he feels more comfortable leaning the motorcycle more. That's why he was able to make that turn successfully. Sometimes if you take away one thing, you can make it up with another. Sometimes. Not going to always work. How's that ankle?
Huh?
Ankle okay?
Nah, it didn't bother that.
Oh, that was a close one. Shut it off.
Get too far.
Oh, do me a favor, get that cone over there. All right, right hand on the left grip, left hand on the right grip, close to that motorcycle. Jerry said, no, we're not going to end. We're not going to end with me falling. Keep it loaded. This is the epitome of preloaded nation. Perseverance, positivity. Perseverance, baby. Sometimes when you drop your motorcycle, your confidence takes a hit. Best way to deal with that is to get back on the motorcycle and get right back into it. But first identify what you did wrong. Why did your motorcycle fall? As long as you know why it fell, you can make the correction. If you have no idea why it fell, you need to find out, because you're just going to keep repeating the same thing. Oh, so he is going to go again. First he was saying he was done. I think he looked at Jerry and said, you know what, screw it, I'm going again. Nice. All the way over to the left. Good. And now throttle. Gotta lean more. Oh. You good? Oh yeah, there you go. Do what works. Right here. All right, guys. Now follow the leader. No harm, no foul. All right, listen, good job. And when you guys go back and watch the video, you'll hear stuff that I was saying. But just to say it to you now, clearly, with all of us, except for Joe, our right turns are our Achilles heel. Yep. Joe, that's his strength. So just now when you came in here, whenever you make your left turns are like 17 feet. And then when you get to the right turn, even if you come all the way over, you're hitting the cone, and that's because you don't feel comfortable leaning. You got to lean the motorcycle more. That's it. That's the only thing, right? So, you know, like I always say because I say stuff over and over. If you say, hey, I can make that 18-foot turn over there, or I can make this one here left, easy, I could do that easier, that's fine, because remember, this is all like bonus stuff. No, you don't ever have to make a U-turn that tight, okay? All right, so I'm telling you this because I don't want you beating yourself up about it, okay? You've actually done it too, so you've done it successfully. So great job. All right, guys, follow the leader. I'm sure you all know the rules to this, but I'll say it anyway. Whatever I do, you do it. If you don't do something I did, you're out. Pull to the middle of the parking lot. We'll do one circle around you, and then jump back into the rear. If you hit a cone, you're out. If you put your foot down, you're out. When we're riding on the concrete with grass bordering us, if you go onto the grass, you're out. Now, when we leave the parking lot, if you do something out there, put your foot down or whatever, don't come back here. You're not out. Wait till you get back here. We all get back here. Pull to the middle. We'll do a circle around you. And lastly, when we're doing the last follow the leader on the slow ride on the sidewalk, if you put your foot down and you're out, don't sit there and sulk, and now the person behind you is screwed. Get the hell out of the way. All right? Pull off the curb or pull onto the grass. Any questions? No. Okay. All right, just a phenomenal day, 12 o'clock, so most people are not going to get caught in the rain. That was my goal today. Okay, Jerry, just outstanding today. I'm not surprised at all. What'd you rate yourself when you first came today?
6.
Any change in that number?
Maybe a 6.5. I've done
Okay.
a little better.
Yeah, absolutely. You did a lot better because the top of that abominable snowman, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. So always good to see you, Jerry. Hopefully I'll see you again sooner rather than later. And hopefully you have a safe ride home, man.
We'll definitely be back.
All right, that's what I like to hear. Definitely be back. Joe, what'd you rate yourself when you got here?
4.
Any change in that?
Yeah, I'll go up to a 5.
Okay, very good. Jip, if you guys go back and watch this was a while ago too. I think single digit practice sessions.
Single and double.
Yeah. And look at the difference in that, man. I'm telling you, on his lunch break at work, out there practicing. Guys, I say it all the time. It's about consistency. It doesn't mean you have to go out and practice for an hour every day. But if you ride your motorcycle every day, or even every other day, before you go where you're going to go, do a couple of U-turns, some figure eights. If you do that all the time, trust me, it counts. It definitely counts. All right, pleasure to see you again, Joe. I know Joe's usually working on the weekend, so he was able to make it. So bringing in the new year, right, I like it. And Andy, what'd you rate yourself when you first came?
4,
You can come close, it's okay. Any change in that number?
5.
Thank you. I'm so glad they all went up because they should have gone up. In my opinion, I don't rate people, but just observations. I appreciate you coming back as well. This is your third one, isn't it? Second. Okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot because, all right, are you going to come back a third time with a third motorcycle?
No, just one of the two. I'm not planning on buying anything, but you never know. I might walk into the dealership and...
That's how it happens. That's how it happens. That's how it happens.
Why I stay away.
So listen, all of you guys, outstanding job. Just a true testament to what practice does. Confidence levels up. And like I said, when Jerry fell, what did Jerry do? He got up, picked up his motorcycle, and got right back in there and did it again. Because yes, sometimes when you drop your motorcycle, your confidence takes a hit. If you get right back in there and get back on it, if you know why you dropped it. And clearly he knows why he dropped his motorcycle. Because if you don't know what you're doing wrong, you're just going to keep doing it, right? So identify what you did wrong, get back in there and correct it. All right? All right, thanks, guys. All right, guys, that's going to do it for practice session number 36. It's a wrap. As always, guys, outstanding time. We're seeing strides here. People's confidence levels going up, and that's always the goal. And on top of all of that, just outstanding weather. It's a nice breeze, but that breeze is because rain is coming. Last time I checked, the rain wasn't supposed to be here until about 4 o'clock, so we'll be long gone by then. I know Andy's got a 5-hour motorcycle ride, so I hope the rain is going in the opposite direction that he has to go. But either way, just an outstanding time, guys. So remember, guys, you're never going to see, unless somebody is injured out here, you're never going to see a big deal being made about a motorcycle dropping. It's par for the course, all right? Clearly, these guys don't have a fear factor of leaning their motorcycle, so they're pushing the limits, their limits, not the motorcycle's limits. They're pushing their limits as far as what they feel comfortable with. And sometimes when you push your limits, you get nervous and you start forgetting about the fundamentals, and the fundamentals are keeping it loaded, keeping the clutch keeping the clutch in the friction zone so that you have power going to that rear wheel. As long as you keep power going to the rear wheel, sufficient power, your motorcycle is not going to drop if you're leaning it within its limits, okay? But the important thing, like I said before, repetition equals retention, guys, so I don't have a problem repeating stuff. As long as you know why your motorcycle dropped, the odds are you're not going to repeat that, all right? I'm not saying it's a guarantee. We're humans. We still make mistakes. So I don't want anybody beating themselves up when they make little mistakes. We're going to make mistakes, correct them, get back on your motorcycle, get back in the game. But like I always say, this is not a competition, all right? If you don't want to try an 18-foot U-turn or less, you don't ever have to. It's not necessary. But you should be able to make a U-turn within 24, 27 feet, okay? All right, guys, that's going to do it for me here. Again, I'm going to say Happy New Year to you guys. And again, I'm going to say it is 79 degrees, January 2nd, 2022. Take the cover off your motorcycle, get it out of hibernation, put it in a trailer, and get it down here. Come practice with us, all right? No reason why you can't. And once we're done, we can go for a ride, we can go eat. Again, I like to practice, but after that, I want to hang out with you guys, all right? If that's in your schedule, yes, absolutely. And I got news for you. If you're coming here from a distance, I'll make it a part of my schedule, all right? I will make it a part of my schedule. I'll clear my afternoon for my preloaders and my VI preloaders. All right, guys? All right. Love you guys. Guys, if you got anything from this video or any video that I make, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps out the channel. I want you guys to spend more time being thankful for the things that you have and less time complaining about the things that you don't. And always know that I recognize you could be doing anything with your time. And the fact that you choose to spend even a little bit of it with me, that's always appreciated. Time is something we can never get back. So it's always appreciated. I know that the time I put in to do this stuff, I know you guys appreciate it, right? And it's just always worth it when I see and hear that it's helping people out. All right, guys? All right, special shout out to the NYPD Highway Patrol, particularly Highway 1, because that's where I worked, and the Motorcycle District. That's where the motorcycle school is. That's what taught me how to ride these motorcycles the way I ride them. But my confidence level was not where it is now back then when I graduated motorcycle school. I had to keep practicing. Remember, you need to trust and believe that everything's going to be okay. And trust with these motorcycles is like any other trust. It has to be earned. And the only way you're going to earn and build up that trust is you have to practice. All right, guys? So remember, please, practice, 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 guys. Be consistent, preload, and keep it loaded. Be consistent, and practice, 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 practice. Be consistent, because practice breeds confidence, guys. And a confident rider is not only a safer rider, but it's a rider that's going to enjoy riding these damn things way, way more. I'm guaranteeing that. All right? Guaranteeing it. Until next time, guys.